Good morning and welcome, USA Wager Sports Brief. I'm your host, Rodney Knuppel. It is Friday. Happy Friday, everyone. November 5th, 2021. It's cold here, man. Not a big fan of the cold, but we are getting ready to start a great weekend. Get an extra hour this weekend as we fall back and looking forward to the football, basketball, hockey, everything that's going on in the world of sports. Let's start last night in the NFL. Not a great game. Not a great Thursday night game between the Indianapolis Colts and the New York Jets. The Jets lost their savior in Mike White early in that game after he threw a touchdown. 75 total points, over 1,000 yards in the game. Colts 45, Jets 30. Scorigami. Never been a 45-30 game before. Josh Johnson ended up with 317 yards and 3 touchdowns. Didn't even play the full game. Jonathan Taylor, $172 on the ground, 2 touchdowns. Colts were ahead 42-10 at one point. 42-16 after 3. Blowout city. Colts now 4-5. The Jets are 2-6. Sunday games, of course. Let's run down Sunday games. Noon games, Browns at Bengals. No Odell Beckham Jr. He was released. Broncos at Cowboys. Fox. That's a good game. Zeke and company 6-1. Texans and Dolphins. Both teams 1-7. Miami's -5.5. Falcons at the Saints. Saints are -6.5. Alvin Kamara and the Saints looking to pick up a win after losing Jameis Winston last week. Raiders at Giants. Raiders are -3 on the road. Patriots at Panthers. Patriots -3.5. Both teams are 4-4. Bills 5-2 at the Jaguars, 1-6. Bills are -14.5. And the final noon game is the Vikings at the Ravens. Ravens -6. 3:05 is the Chargers and Eagles. It's the 4-3 Chargers, 3-5 Eagles. Chargers are -1.5. Packers at the Chiefs. No Aaron Rodgers, COVID. Chiefs -7.5. Cardinals at the 49ers. 49ers -2 in that game with a total of 45. And the Sunday night game is the Titans at the Rams. Rams are -7 with a total of 53. No Derrick Henry for the Titans. And Monday night is the Bears and the Steelers. Steelers -6.5 with a total of 39. Lions, Seahawks, Buccaneers, and Footballers are the teams on bye for week 9. All right, that is it for the NFL. Let's move over to the NBA. NBA scores from yesterday. Thursday slate of games. Lakers blew another one. Russell Westbrook's old team. Well, one of his old teams. He's been on several teams now. He's got a lot of old teams. But his original team, the Oklahoma City Thunder, came from behind and beat the Lakers once again. What a disappointing loss for the Los Angeles Lakers last night. Could not get the job done. Let's go over the scores from yesterday. All right, the Lakers fell 107-104 to the Thunder. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander with 28 points in the game. That was the late game last night. Suns beat the Rockets 123-111. Rockets have just one win on the season. Christian Wood was good, but the Rockets were not. Celtics blasted the Heat 95-78. Heat now 6-2. Boston big win, 4-2 now on the road. Jazz won 16-98 over the Hawks. Hawks have been disappointing at 4-5. Jazz have been good, 7-1 on the season. And Philadelphia went to Detroit and beat the Pistons. Philadelphia 109 and the Pistons 98. All right, today's games in the NBA. Full slate of Friday games. Nice weekend full of NBA. Starting with 6 o'clock, Nets at the Pistons. Pistons 1-7. No chance there. Nets are -10.5. Spurs at the Magic. Spurs are -3.5. Grizzlies at the Wizards. That is a straight up pick 'em. Cavaliers at Raptors. Raptors -5.5. Knicks at the Bucks. Good game in the East. Bucks are -4. Total of 217. Milwaukee's 4-4 on the season. Not off to a great start. Clippers at the Timberwolves. Clip joint -2.5. Both teams 3-4. Pelicans 1-8 at the Warriors. Warriors are -9.5. Pacers at Portland. Portland's -4.5. Portland's off to a 3-5 start. And the Hornets 5-4 at the Kings 4-4. Sacramento's -1.5. Take the Kings again. I like them at home. 227.5 is the total. Let's move over to the National Hockey League on ice yesterday. A nice slate of Thursday games, short slate on Friday. Usually Fridays are pretty slow in the National Hockey League. Let's look at yesterday's scores. The big news is Jack Eichel is now a member of the Vegas Golden Knights. He did not play, but they beat the Senators 5-1 yesterday. The Maple Leafs beat the Lightning 2-1 in overtime. Maple Leafs now 6-4-1 on the season. Bruins beat the Red Wings 5-1. Bruins 5-3 now on the season. Islanders went to Montreal and smashed the Canadiens 6-2. The Penguins beat the Capitals, the Panthers beat the Capitals in overtime. Panthers now 9-0-1, while the Capitals sit at 5-1-4. Two interesting records there. Capitals with 14 points, Panthers with 19 out of 20 possible points. Penguins 3-2 over the Flyers, Battle of Pennsylvania. That was an overtime game. Another overtime, Stars beat the Flames. Stars now 4-4-2. Flames 6-1-3 on the season. Flames with 15 points out of a possible 20. Good for them. The Kraken beat the Sabres in Seattle 5-2. And the Blues scored 3 in the second and beat the Sharks 5-3. Blues now 7-1-1. 15 points out of a possible 18. 15 out of 18 for the Blues so far. Sharks 6-4 now. 12 points out of a possible 20. And that is your NHL wrap-up from yesterday. Let's look at today's slate in NHL. Small slate. It always seems like the small slate gets the Blackhawks. Of course it gets the Blackhawks. They love to play when no one else is playing. Just a few games. Blackhawks at the Jets. 1-8-2 for the Blackhawks. Jets 5-2-2. Rangers at the Oilers. The Oilers are minus 145 at home. Predators at the Canucks. Vancouver minus 135. Arizona, can they finally win? They're plus 160 on the road at the Ducks. 0-9-1 for the Coyotes. 0-9-1. Yikes. 1 point out of a possible 20 for Arizona. And the Devils are at the Kings. Kings minus 125 with a total of 6.5. All right, college football yesterday, really just the one game. The one game saw Louisiana Lafayette beat Georgia State. The Raging Cajuns are now 7-1. Georgia State fell to 4-4. Tonight in college football, there are a couple games, just a pair of games. Virginia Tech on the road at Boston College in an ACC game. Virginia Tech is -3 with a total of 47.5. And in the Pac-12, a late game tonight, Utah is at Stanford. The Utes are 5-3. The Cardinals are 3-5. Stanford need win to be bowl eligible. They need more wins than just tonight, but need tonight to have a chance. Utah is -9.5 on the road. I like the Cardinals to compete in this Friday night affair. National crowd. I like that one. So I'm probably going to take Stanford in the points tonight in college football. All right, MLS not going on yesterday, not going on today, but obviously we'll see a bunch of games tomorrow. PGA Tour. We do have PGA Tour action. Matthew Wolff went 10 under. He leads Taylor Gooch and Aaron Wise at the Worldwide Technology Championship at Mayakoba. That's in Playa del Carmen, Mexico. And that is your USA Wager Sports Brief. I am your host, Rodney Knuppel. I hope you have a great Friday. I'll be back tomorrow, 9:30 a.m. Central Time, to talk all sorts of college football. Sunday, big NFL slate. Should be a great weekend of sports. Stay warm out there. Enjoy the sports. Enjoy that extra hour. Getting an extra hour of sleep this weekend. Once again, I am Rodney Knuppel with the USA Wager Sports Brief. So long for just a while. Enjoy your weekend.